Msimanga insists that he will not be bullied into meeting violent protesters and is only available for peaceful dialogue with communities. The protest has been suspended and residents say that they are taking their grievances to the office of the Premier. Well, our reporter Sipho Stuurman has been following this story and joins us on the line. Sipho, thanks very much for joining us. Yesterday when we spoke, we saw a very angry grouping of people complaining about service delivery and even claiming that it was racially based. What's been the story today?
Is that now the protests have sort of been suspended by the leaders of the protest action. Of course, some of the committee members don't necessarily agree with the move, but the organizers felt that to move forward, it will not help to continue with a somewhat violent protest, and of course that will endanger not only people in the communities. As we saw yesterday, they were shot with rubber bullets by police, but it will also endanger their properties. So they felt that a responsible move would be to suspend the protest action and then take their grievances to the office of the Premier. So now what they're doing is that they're going to write their grievances and they're going to send it to Gauteng Premier David Makhura's office to attend to their issues. And they're saying that also they will report some of the police officers that were involved in the protest yesterday to IPID because they believe the protesters, were very, the police, they believe that the police were very heavily armed and that they shot at them with rubber bullets despite not being violent, But of course, we know that they were blockading traffic. They did ban tires. The visuals speak to that, but the community leaders feel that, the police provoked them, hence they responded in the way that they did. And of course, other reports are that they actually threw stones at the police. Hence, the police had to use tear gas and fire those rubber bullets to disperse the crowd. But now, interestingly, today is that we got a briefing by the mayor of Tshwane, and as you mentioned in that intro, that the mayor says, well, I've been to Eersterus 4 times already this year. Msimanga says it was just last month he was there, and that the concerns that they are raising are something that his administration is considering. Certainly, if you're talking about housing, he says, well, if you have housing concerns, a house is not going to be built within a space of a month. It's something that we're considering and that they need to give the city a bit of time. He says that the city of Tshwane has a backlog of about 200,000. That is a housing backlog. He says so there are a number of people that are in need of housing, and that he has urged on the community of Eersterus to be patient with the city in terms of providing housing. But just on that note that you mentioned that they were alleging yesterday when we crossed live to you yesterday that there are some racial discrimination that they are receiving. But then actually the city of Tshwane Mayor Msimanga has turned it around and said that actually the community itself has racist tendencies because they are trying to provide housing for them at a nearby community, and they are refusing that, saying that they want to remain in Eersterus. So there seems to be a bit of back and forth in terms of this race card that's being played. But certainly the mayor says, well, Eersterus as a community does not have enough space to build new houses, so they have to be accommodated at the nearby township that is Nematia. And some of the residents have refused that, and the mayor thinks the reason to refuse that is actually racially motivated, and it says that then they cannot entertain people that when they are offered an alternative accommodation, they refuse for whatever reason they may have.
Well, we're going to leave that there. It looks like we've got a cross line as well that's interfering with the situation. But it looks like that the protests are over for the time being, that the residents of Eersterust said that they're going to take their grievances to a higher authority, to the Premier of the province, David Makhura. But the mayor himself was saying that, look, I've spoken to you, visited you 4 times, and we are considering everything, and that he dismissed these racial accusations or racial discrimination accusations against the community. We'll keep a tab on that story as it continues to unfold. Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break and we'll have more for you after this.